And what is up, everybody? How we doing?
What's up, gang?
We out here playing Granblue Fantasy Relink. It's an anime game, if you can't tell.
Our
Just
guy's hype.
our boy is hype.
I screwed that up immediately.
Yeah, let me look at my skills and stuff, and see what I got from. Yeah, okay, so I got some fortified crystals. Ooh, some ruthenium actually. Yeah. Have you got new weapons? How do you get new
Yeah, I
weapons?
have started getting new weapons, and I like how they do it to where essentially the idea. I don't know if you figured this out. 'Cause I mean to tell you pretty much right away, but like all you have to do is upgrade pretty much every weapon you get because they have their own little skill trees, and those skill trees are like permanent. So they're like good to just all have. Yes, we're weaving it up right now.
Yeah, we're weaving it up. That's right.
Whatchamacallit? I'm at the gym right now, so can't watch. But would love to see you guys stream this game more. I've been obsessed with it lately. Nice. Yeah, we just started playing it this weekend. It was kind of on our like 2024 backlog. So excited that you wanted us to play it, and here we are. We're doing it.
That's
right. That's cool.
Yeah, why don't you tell everyone watching what this is before we hop on to our next session?
Yeah, good call. So Granblue Fantasy Relink came out in February. It's a anime-styled action RPG. It's an interesting co-op setup where the game's essentially split into two games. You have your single-player campaign that's only single-player, and then you have like a very Monster Hunter-esque quest system that is in co-op. So we're playing that Monster Hunter-esque side, but it does level up your single-player characters, and you get to carry all that progress into your single-player campaign. The game really is more about the quest in the long run. The campaign is only like 10 to 15 hours, and then you can spend a lot of time playing the quest system. That's where you're going to find a lot of your difficulty. And yeah, it had really, really good receptions, I think. I mean, the open critic, I think, was an 81, and the Steam reviews were at like a 90%, I think, positive. So people definitely liked it when it came out, but since it came out during a busy time and it's kind of like just a weird co-op setup, wasn't something that we could jump in right away. But yeah, here we are now. We're playing it, and yeah.
We got Josel on the chat says, "Where is the credit card input?" They're sold on it. Yeah, this game had a lot of hype behind it for sure, and it's cool. I mean, there's a little bit of like you get a lot of different characters. So you can kind of see here, like I have, I'm playing as this one girl named Carlotta, I think is how you say this. But you kind of have your main character named Gran, and he always has to be in a party. But then you kind of have these.
You're playing single player. When you're playing co-op, you don't have to have him in the party.
Yeah, and then you kind of can unlock a bunch of other characters. So there's kind of like a cool part of it because in the main game you can kind of play as any of them. So you can kind of test them out, but then in co-op it kind of is like, well, like I kind of have this Carlotta girl who's like kind of my main pretty much, and then I can kind of invest in her more in co-op, which I think is pretty cool.
I'm ready at any time.
All right, let's do it.
All right, 1 sec. I'm gonna upgrade my weapons, so we can upgrade our weapons while we're here, which is nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna cancel. Can I only upgrade by going to the guy? Yeah.
Skyfarers, huh?
We got Arshk says Streets of Rogue 2 gameplay trailer was awesome. Also great Outlast Trials review. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think I might have seen that Streets of Rogue 2 gameplay trailer.
We have mentioned it. It's made its way into the monthly a couple times, so we've for sure
seen
it through that. Yeah, it's a game that we didn't play the first one, but we had a lot of people on the channel who were like, calling out Streets of Rogue for a game that for us to play. Yeah, remember it's like basically like the GTA pixel game is what it feels like. It's kind of like a crazy over the top, do all sorts of wacky stuff in an open world. But it definitely looks cool.
So tell me about the weapons. Do you get like weapons later on? Like how do you get them?
Yeah, I got a weapon. For this character, I have 3 weapons now. I don't really remember how I got them, honestly, if it was through a quest or if I bought it. I don't think I bought it. Doesn't sound right. But yeah, you do get more weapons. I have 3 of her 6 total right now.
Okay, cool. So I mean, should I I guess it's like one of those conundrums of playing the game. You're like, oh, like, do I bother upgrading my weapon right away?
No, you do. So that's the thing. That's the thing I think is kind of cool about the weapon system is just yeah, upgrade every weapon that you have, because each weapon unlocks its own skills. But those
Yeah,
skills
I
will
see
be
that.
permanently tied to your character, so it is kind of like you don't have to worry about, oh, well, should I upgrade this weapon? It's like, yes, just immediately you want to upgrade it as much as you can.
Okay, I'll do that.
So there's
then. I'm
no
just
like
gonna-
holding back. Plus, you can just press the square button and then it automatically tells you like, here you go, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade the heck out of this game, this weapon. Then.
Oh, so RHK, did you find Streets of Rogue 2 through us or Outlast Trials through us? Because we definitely have mentioned both on the channel. Obviously, Outlast Trials more because we played it and it's out and we reviewed it. But
Okay, and then let me see.
Forget about upkeep.
1 second. Here, let's jump into a mission. I'll do some of this other menu stuff afterwards.
yeah, that sounds good. All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's get it.
Anytime. Reassured.
But yeah, the Monster Hunter comparison is very apt for this. It's like you kind of have a little
Nice,
quest
both.
board, and you're sort of setting off on things from the town, and then you come back and upgrade, like I was just doing, which is interesting. It's nice for another game to kind of pick up on that little loop.
Heads up though for everybody watching, we're both really over leveled for this. I'm definitely over leveled, so we are going to wipe the floor with this guy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're not in the end game yet, so the challenge isn't there, and I'm especially over leveled for this. So it's gonna go by pretty quick.
What do you think?
We are absolutely melting him already.
Yeah, seriously.
Usually the boss fights last like a good 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer, honestly.
Combat in this game is cool. There's like a couple different. There's actually a good amount of mechanics to it, both on like the player side and the enemy side. But one thing that I like is there's these sort of link attacks that happen that you sort of have to like opt into. And this guy's actually doing some damage on me. I mean, he is 1 level higher than me, but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's crazy how fast it's going. Because yeah, that's one thing. The boss fights do kind of tend to last pretty long. Ooh, break, nice.
How beautiful. Welcome to my back. After me.
Link attack.
Yeah, dude, I'm good there.
Let's go.
He gone. Yeah. That was fast.
That was fast.
But chat, what are we playing out here? What are we enjoying? Obviously, whatchamacallit couldn't hang around because he's at the gym, but he mentioned playing this, which is pretty cool to hear. Got a little longevity.
RHK says, what's the best Monster Hunter like game?
Ooh, Monster Hunter like game. Well, for us, the answer is pretty easy.
Never you fear.
And what do you think, Abe?
Monster Hunter like?
Yeah, what would be our easy answer?
I don't know.
You might have forgotten about it.
Yeah, I feel like it's escaping me. It's not a Monster Hunter game.
It's not a Monster Hunter game, but we played one that was very similar to Monster Hunter.
Oh man, I know. You talk about like Dauntless? Not Dauntless, is it?
No. We played Wild Hearts, and we loved Wild Hearts.
Wild Hearts, yes.
I think it just totally left your mind.
It really did. Yeah, I would say Wild Hearts is. I guess that's the funny part is that like there
It's
are
just so
Monster
similar
Hunt-
that you probably are just like, oh, well, that was Monster Hunter.
Well, I was gonna say it feels like it doesn't feel like we've really got into the Monster Hunter like moniker being a thing. Honestly,
Mhm.
it's like we've had Dauntless and I'm sure maybe some other really small titles. But
I feel like Wild Hearts was the first one that really was
Yes,
like.
that's what
yeah,
I mean. It's like
this was
Wild Hearts was
Monster
the
Hunter.
first game, in my opinion, to like really feel like worthy of like the Monster Hunter like moniker.
We did actually play another one that was very Monster Hunter like. We described it like that in the review, and it was often thought of that way. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the Salt and Sacrifice.
Yeah. That game was a mixed experience. In the end, I think it ended up a little more negative for us, but
Yeah.
it had some good things to it.
That's one of those games though where it's like it ended up being negative, but like it kind of stuck in my mind. I was actually thinking about it the other day. It was interesting, you know, like
Yes, it was interesting for sure.
I did like the world in that game, but I think it was one of those games that it was like, oof, it could be so frustrating. You remember some of those frustrations where you just get stuck in a boss fight and it's just like
Oh
hell?
my gosh, awful.
Or we're chasing a boss and it's just like running every time we get to the thing. Oh man, it was terrible. But yeah,
RHK, hit us with those other Monster Hunter likes out there that you're thinking about. The ones that we're not thinking about.
yeah. Dude, this guy's cool.
My first attempt. Come join.
So far, we've only done boss missions, right?
Yes, we're just doing all the boss missions first, then we'll
Cool.
try the other ones out.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice because I'm getting leveled up. It's gonna be a question of mine. I was like, oh yeah, do I get levels from this? And it's like that is nice actually.
Yeah,
I
we
like
did.
it a lot.
Yeah, we both leveled up at this point.
Madman Terry, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? Terry, up in here.
This is a kind of a long-winded thing to tell you, Andrew, but so this girl has this attack where it's like if I mash, ooh, make attack, yeah.
Remix.
If I mash square, she just like starts attacking faster. And it actually reminded me of this mechanic from Dragon's Dogma, which is that like I think it was on the dual blades. If you like mash square, oh shit, I should have done my parry. Ooh, I'm about to die.
I got you, bro.
Oh, dang, if you didn't.
Healing you.
Nice, thank you. You didn't trigger my my parry. Oh my god, how long is this gonna last, hello?
It goes a while. It is over now.
Nice. So in Dragon's Dogma 2, if you played the Mystic Spear hand, you could like press square a ton to like do this like really cool like barrage of attacks type of thing. And I remember seeing that move in let's go, Perry. I remember seeing that move in the in like gameplay of it, and I was like, oh yeah, how do I do that? And dude, it's like crazy. You had to mash square like really, really fast. I even like I saw it on Reddit how people were like, yeah, you have to like mash this like unhumanly fast to like actually get this going. It's really funny. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. There's like a bunch, and there was a move on the thief or whatever, the rogue or whatever the character was called that it was like a similar thing too. I just thought that was like crazy.
Not surprising at all, dude.
I know, it's the most Dragon's Dogma thing when you really think about it. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm good.
I got you.
Wait, I think I'm stuck. Am I frozen or something? What's happening? Oh yeah, it's frozen. Let's go.
Boom. Adios.
Terry says, side note, every time I comment on anything, I feel like the comment after a SpookTube upload in content warning. Nice.
It's completely changed comments for you.
Yeah, it's true.
It's an existential comment crisis you're going through.
That game was awesome. That was so much fun, actually.
That was fun.
Let's go. Yeah, the graphics in this game are really nice. I do think they find a really good balance between like the art style and like the sort of particle effects of it all, but still kind of making it readable, which is nice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I feel like it's very readable in the end.
yeah,
Ooh, we got S++. Let's go, dude.
that's good, dude. Yeah, so yeah, I want to look at the things that I actually got. So I got like ice spires and things. That's interesting.
Those will be like stuff that I think you use to upgrade and then like quest stuff.
What do you
Like, I know
use
you're gonna...
Raphael coins for, or Rafale coins?
I can't remember. There is something for them. I
Yeah,
think that might be
it's like
how
the
you
knick-knack
buy
guy.
stuff from. Yeah, the knick-knack guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a deep. Once you get to that end game, like a deep crafting, not crafting system as much, but like upgrade system.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna do some gear stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll get us queued up for the next one. We got 2 more bosses to get through.
Nice. Mastery. So
Ooh, this next one actually, it won't be tough necessarily, but you might get slapped around a little bit.
that's right. Ooh, this one's cool. This is like another skill, but instead grants damage. Yeah, this is nice. I'll take this. Oh, wait, no, I already have that unlocked. Which one's this one then? What is this? No, I don't really want that one.
Most excellent.
I've maxed out, I think, all of her offense tree now. Just going all
That you
in
can.
on, yeah, going all in on Carlotta.
Yeah, I'm at 28% offense, 30% defense for Rosetta. I forgot to
Nice.
do the collection. I need to do that because I have a couple of her swords now. Forgot about that.
What do the collections do?
Those are your swords that you get over time.
Oh, I know. Okay, I see that now. Okay, that's cool. This is cool. I'm seeing a little bit more of like the depths of it.
Mm-hmm.
So for context, viewer, Andrew and I are in an impasse when it comes to this game. A rare impasse, honestly. Doesn't happen very often. Andrew loves this game. I'm a little more like indifferent, maybe. I wouldn't say like I dislike it, but I wouldn't say I love it either. But again, it's like an interesting game because it's like you have to play the single player story in order to kind of like unlock, you know, kind of like a list of co-op quests to do. But it's definitely like it's sort of building towards this like co-op end game, really. So yeah. But so far the co-op has been really enjoyable. I do like it. It's very chill, and I do feel like I'm kind of getting a little bit more of the depths into it that I wasn't maybe picking up as much in single player.
Yeah, the Madman Terry, I feel like being introduced to content warning through one of your favorite YouTube channels is the best way to be introduced to content warning. It's just
Honestly.
such a natural way to learn about it.
So
Yeah,
meta.
I would say, yeah, I definitely like it a lot, like the game overall. I wouldn't say it's a quote-unquote bad co-op game because I just think bad would be the wrong word. I just think it's like,
sure.
it's not made for co-op. Like,
Yeah.
that's just not how the game is necessarily set up, and or maybe it is, but it just wasn't set up correctly. Then, if that's the case,
Yeah.
This Griffin, when I fought him on my own, he gave me a little a little fight, so because he's aerial, and for
Yeah, true.
Rosetta doesn't totally work.
Lucky for you, I got some aerial moves.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a weird sort of trend lately. I mean, we're kind of seeing it more and more now, where there are kind of these co-op games that are kind of like, I don't know, prioritizing single player, but then like the co-op side of it is sort of this like side experience. Like, I mean, this year we've had this and Rise
this
of
feels
the
like more
Ronin.
of a co-op mode. Yeah, those feel
Yeah.
like co-op mode games instead of co-op games.
Yeah, which is sad because I mean,
Games where it's more like, we just happen to include co-op, but it's just not the main focus.
yeah. It's weird though because it's like, I mean, we were both talking about this beforehand, where it's like it does feel like co-op would, you know, sometimes you play a game like that and you're kind of like, yeah, I mean, I could see how like the co-op wouldn't really work, but I don't feel that way about this. I don't think either of us do. Where it's like it does feel like we're like, I don't know, I feel like you could do the single player campaign in co-op and not be disrupted that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like your co-op partner would just be another party member, and like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like Rise of the Ronin would probably, like, some of that open world stuff I think would have been really fun with a friend.
Oh yeah, 100%. Gone dead.
Ooh, you just got rid.
Yeah, I got stuck in the middle there.
Yeah, see, this battle, it was crazy, bro. All these tornadoes and stuff.
Yeah, this is wild actually. I'm just
Trying to
gonna
get
use
to you,
the
but there's
potion,
tornadoes everywhere.
actually. Very good. I'll use the potion.
Am I a big for the heel?
This is gonna burn.
Come, my rosebud.
Nice.
Right down the barrel.
Nice.
It'll give us an attack buff or a defense buff.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, I am melting it. Holy crap. That, like, perfectly timed with my roses. We just melted
Yeah,
him.
that was awesome.
What do you think?
Don't take your eyes off them.
This game, more so than Rise of the Ronin, just feels like, oh, man. It does feel like part of it. It's because so many people are like, oh, the game really starts in the end game when you can do all these co-op missions. So it is almost like, man, it feels like you missed an opportunity there
Yeah, for sure. Oh, get out of there.
to capture, you know, people like us and the people who watch our channel.
Yeah. Well, especially the sort of monster hunter perspective on it too. Can I get a heal? How do I get a heal from you?
I can do it right here.
Nice. Hey, let's go. That's cool. Nice clip.
Welcome to my
I'm gonna melt him, dude. Oh, jeez, dude. When I do that little combo where I poison him and then I
Yeah, that's
do the
it.
rose hit, just melts their bar. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, Terry said, I think we're in a good spot in gaming right now, to be truthful. For sure. I mean, the last year was a crazy good year in gaming. I think this year will be a little bit more of like a dead year
Mind if I do?
in comparison. But we kind of have like an exciting Nets year. I think we'll
Yeah,
probably...
2025, I think it's gonna be wild.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of... I think there's going to be a lot of momentum being built with like the big three in the Nets year. With the Switch 2 coming from Nintendo, obviously. I think Xbox is finally getting to a pretty good place where they're kind of like letting all the dominoes fall in a sense. And yeah, I feel like PlayStation has a lot up their sleeve that they're not showing.
Yeah, I mean, if you just like look at the numbers on it, next year we will be getting we're going to be getting the Switch 2, which is inevitably going to come with some huge Nintendo first-party games like a new Mario or a new Mario Kart, which would be potentially Game of the Year candidates, so you would think.
No,
You're also getting GTA 6. Hello, that's crazy.
That's huge.
You're also getting Monster Hunter, the next big Monster Hunter game. That's crazy. It's just like, already we know that there are going to be just absolutely huge games that would pretty much blow any game other than maybe Final Fantasy VII Rebirth out of the water that's come out this year. You know, just in scope, just in size alone.
I'll handle it.
All right, last boss. Oh, that's cool. This is the wind boss we both did.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I'll unlock its hidden potential.
Make sure I'm all the way leveled up on things.
Come back sometime.
All right, cool. Yeah, back to the intro question though. What is everyone playing right now? I'm not joking around. Let me know.
Not joking. You better tell me.
We were both pretty much about wrapping up Dragon's Dogma 2. I just beat it last week. You'll probably beat it over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with Sea of Stars. Been picking it up again. Not just
We also
on...
just finished our Enshrouded playthrough.
Yeah, we finished our Enshrouded playthrough. I'm playing Sea of Stars not just in my commutes now. I'm fully committed to it. the end, the light is at the end of the tunnel, so I'm like, I just want to beat this game. Nice, Fury King.
Oh, he's level 25. He might be the hardest one we're gonna play tonight.
Is this the highest level that we face?
Yeah, the golem was 25.
Okay, nice.
But I think this guy's more difficult than the golem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the bosses in the story, like this guy and the axe guy, had a lot of really cool moves.
I love the axe guy. I thought that was such a good fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like the axe guy. I didn't mean it to sound like it wasn't a bad fight. I think it was more so a comment on like, I think the campaign just felt really easy so far, which I guess it's kind of it's meant to feel that way. But yeah, I think sometimes for an RPG like this, almost kind of like in like Final Fantasy 16, where it's like you kind of want that challenge of like, you know, maybe some of the bosses take 1 or 2 tries.
I definitely been knocked out. I got knocked out twice by the Griffin when I played him, and then I got knocked out by you're about to go to an ice world.
Nice.
And I got knocked out for that one a couple times too. He has like one move that like I didn't realize what I was supposed to be doing, and I was getting knocked out because of it.
I see. Terry goes, would you ever stream content warning once again? And how do you think the longevity of content warning will be? So I think that's part of it. I mean, your second part of your question kind of answers it. There wasn't that much to it, honestly. I think like what we did was kind of like that whole game, really. It was a really fun game, but I think as you kind of, the more you played it, I think the novelty of it kind of started to fall off. So I think I would recommend it more so of just like a game to just sort of like, hey, you guys want to hop on content warning and just like have a good time, you know? which especially, you know, the majority of the fan base probably got it for free from that sort of like special April Fool's Day promo. But if not, it's only $8, so it's like not even that bad. Would we ever stream it again? I think so. I mean, I don't know that we have it on the calendar or anything like that, but you know, when where we ended, Jake, Seabass, and I were kind of like onto like the next sort of phase. So there was talk of like, oh, it saves our game, so let's go back and try like the next phase of it sometime. So we'll see. I mean, you know, part of the reason why we really wanted to stream this game is because we actually haven't streamed in a minute, and that was because if you caught our last Enshrouded stream, with the only one we did actually, Enshrouded had this weird setting where like you just couldn't hit me. I want you to hit me.
Do it. I want you to do it.
Nice. I did some good damage there. Yeah, and Enshrouded had this crazy weird setting where it's like it just like was I couldn't stream with our cameras on type of thing. It was really weird. And so we just didn't really stream that game much. But yeah, it's also, you know, we're kind of getting into a weird place right now where you know, we finished Enshrouded. We will be playing a little bit of this type of thing, and then, you know, potentially we'll be playing V Rising, hopping back into 1.0, but that's like not for certain. And so yeah, we're kind of in a weird place where it's like, well, what do we play type of thing in terms of like new games. It's not a bad place to be. We got some backlog games that we're gonna play, that we're actually gonna let our Patreon producers decide, so that'll be exciting. And honestly, I think looking at the rest of the year, I think we might get through a couple more than just one backlog game. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird year for sure, where it's like certainly not empty of good games or anything, but it's just not as many releases. Last year was just like so overwhelming.
Yeah,
with
it's
our
like an
release count.
onslaught.
So
Yeah, like
crazy.
right now, you know, this time last year, it would be like, well, we would always kind of have another game on the docket. Right now, it's not necessarily feeling that way. But it's kind of nice to be in a place like that, because sometimes you do kind of get to be like, oh, like, you know, you kind of have the freedom to play some other stuff. So it's kind of some other indies we might think about playing. So Not said, I've just finished Sea of Stars. Great game, but repetitive at the end. Yeah, that's been one of the biggest surprises for me. Not a game I really have loved. Definitely scoring a lot lower in my mind than I thought it would. It's a good game, but like, man, it's just, I feel like it's just really, the pacing is totally off. And I know it's an RPG, and you know, kind of JRPGs kind of tend to be like that. And it's, you know, sort of inspired by Chrono Trigger and all that. But yeah, I think I wish there was like a lot of stuff that was cut from it, just so they could get to like the good stuff faster.
See if we can't get a full burst. I think I might kill it before it happens. There it goes.
Yeah, no, he did.
I mean, at least I got to kill it on my ultimate.
That's true.
Good boss fight.
No, that's fun. I like that.
Ooh, yeah.
What did I start the game? Yeah, I've leveled up 8 times since we started.
Yeah, you were 12 to start. That's pretty crazy.
That's wild.
Mind if I do?
That's kind of nice. It seems like even if you're a little under level, you can kind of catch up quick like this then. That'd be a nice thing to mention in a potential review.
Yeah, I would say that you definitely don't need to do this at all though, because you know, like we were saying, it's not, the challenge isn't really like super there in the campaign.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm ever gonna feel under leveled while playing the campaign.
for sure. But it's nice in the sense that like you kind of have the freedom of like, you know, if a friend kind of convinces you to play the game and you're sort of like a little behind, you can be like,
For sure,
no,
yeah, for sure.
come do some quests with me, and you'll be all right. So
Yeah,
you'll right.
that was what the Fextra Life was saying. Like, just sort of focus on kind of choose your party of 4 and go with them for a while.
Yeah.
So that way, when you do get to the end game, like you have some characters that are, and so that would be nice. Of like, oh well, I want to play with this character, but it's not there yet. You can just hop in, do some like simple quests,
Yeah, that's
and get
cool.
back up where you need to
I'll
be.
handle it.
Nice. So that was the last boss that we had to do.
Nice.
You will try conquest.
Success.
You do not know what that means, honestly.
Let's
Always
find out.
aim for the top.
Just defeat all enemies.
Come back
See.
sometime.
I'll go upgrade my weapons really quick.
Anytime.
I bought Children of the Sun. I think that's the next game I really want to dive into. I definitely want to go
Nice.
through a string of indie palette cleansers after playing just like 2 massive 70-hour long games. I think I did spend 70 hours in Dragon's Dogma.
I could
by the
totally
end.
see it, dude. You played a ton of that game.
Yeah, I mean, I did do a shit ton of exploring in that game, so I'm kind of not. I'm excited to play a couple shorter games. I think I'm gonna try to play Children of the Sun, and then potentially what's it called? Cocoon from last year. And then if Lorelei and the Laser Eyes releases by then I'll hop into that right away. So that'll be fun.
Hear that? Adventure calls. Bring up the whole circus, huh?
Hear that? Charlotta's ready to kill some wolves.
These poor wolves don't know what's about to hit them.
Oh god, yeah, I'm wrecking these guys. Holy crap.
We're good here.
They're like, sir, we're level 8.
Please.
What are you doing here?
Please, please.
This is what you call an S++, my dude.
That's right, bro. Well, we didn't really talk about it, but yeah, the metaphor thing, the showcase was so good. I'm just like super
Oh
pumped
yeah,
for it.
so yeah, chat. Metaphor ReFantazio is a game coming out by Atlas later this year by the people who made a lot of the Persona games.
Yeah, pretty much all 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah,
The only ones that matter.
among other things too. So it's got a lot of hype around it because of that. Because obviously the Persona series has become a real like staple. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But yeah, it had a big showcase today that was like 25 minutes long.
yeah, and we were appropriately hyped for it. Yeah, it looked awesome. I kept, I texted you, and I really do feel this way, where it's like it does feel kind of like their Elden Ring. It's like it feels like the culminate, because they that Atlas in that sort of studio there. I think they're called P Studio or something like that, or P Studio Zero. They have a couple other franchises, which is funny. Their franchises are kind of weird, like the way they're set up. They have their first franchise was this Shin Megami Tensei. That kind of like started it all, and essentially like Persona's almost just been a spin-off of that game, but then it kind of became its own thing. And then they have Soul Hackers, which is essentially like sci-fi Persona, and those are like, I think the first one was like kind of cool, and then the second one I had in Fantasy Critic, I think our first or second year, and it totally bombed.
Awesome out there.
And what's weird about the 3 games is that they all sort of share the same pool of like monster designs, but like kind of slightly tweaked. So like if you play like Shin Megami Tensei, you would see like Jack Frost and stuff like that, which is interesting. So that's kind of what's cool about Metaphors, actually. Like, one, it's like their first like truly fantasy game, but then 2, it's like all like, I think majority of the monsters, if not all of them, are going to be like unique to Metaphor, which is nice. But yeah, it does feel like kind of like an evolution of Persona, but then kind of like melding pretty much all their other stuff, which is kind of cool. I really like the idea that like in Persona, you play like a high schooler and you're kind of making friends, and that's kind of like the social aspect of it. And I love the idea of this game that it's kind of like this like political campaign. Like, I think that's
I thought that was awesome. Like, what? You were running for president of the world? Excuse me?
That's just such a cool.
It's just so like, that's so Atlas too.
Yes.
You know, it's just like, yeah, I'm running for the president of the world.
Yeah, it's just so cool. Like, that's such a cool like idea of like, you're not making friends in this game. You're like like making followers and supporters for your like political campaign. I'm like, that's amazing. It's so
That is
funny
so
too, because it's like obviously we have a big election here in the US, and I think isn't it coming out right around there? Isn't our election in
It will. It will. Like the election will happen a month after that comes out. So we will be playing Metaphor ReFantazio because it's probably gonna be a 90-hour game, trying to be elected as world president as we're electing the United States of America president. So that's the thing that's gonna
I love
happen,
that.
bro.
I think that's so crazy. But
That's gonna be funny.
yeah, I just think I just thought that was a really clever way to kind of fold the sort of like. Oh, I got a lot of fortified crystals from that. Yeah, I thought that was a really clever way to sort of fold the Persona gameplay loop into like a new game.
Yeah. So what's interesting, Gabe? I forgot to mention this. When you go to the quest counter and you pick on here, actually, let me cancel this so I can read it to you. When you pick a quest, so there's boss, conquest, defend, horde, and survival.
Yeah, I can
and
look
each
at the
one will say
screen,
so.
let me see.
Yeah, under the boss says for those who need more treasure dropped by bosses, conquest is for weapon leveling, defend is for weapon uncapping, horde is for weapon leveling, and survival is for experience and mastery points. So like they'll each give you different things, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, where do you see that?
When you go up to her and then press undertake a quest.
Oh, I see, by type. Yeah, cool.
Mhm.
That's awesome. That's very
So that's
neat.
why I thought I heard you say you just got
Yep.
something for upgrading. I mean, that makes sense because that's
Yep.
what we just did.
That's really cool. I like that. Let me see gear, masteries. Oh yeah, let me get my sword skills going here.
I stake this blade on my pride as a holy knight.
All right, cool.
I'm ready at
Next
any
one.
time.
Yeah, I thought if there's a lot of things that he was saying that I feel like were sort of like reactions to some of like the maybe like not as great parts of some of their other games.
I loved his commentary.
Yeah,
I thought it was
really good.
hilarious because it was
agree.
like we're really good at this, or like
Yeah.
we're doing this because other people do it this way, but we want to do it this way. Or
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah, it was like we're doing this different than how we used to do this, but it was just like very real.
Yeah, it's super like no frills. It's so funny to me. I agree. Yeah, I like that sort of idea where it's like I felt like I'm saying like, yeah, like you can just kind of like real-time fight like what's it called, lower level enemies, because like who wants to fight enemies like if you know you could beat them or something. And I was like that feels like such a direct sort of like, yeah, that's like one part about Persona 3 especially, but other Persona games as well. You're just kind of like, well, sometimes you don't want to fight a bunch of these lower enemies that you have to just get through type of thing.
But I actually thought that was interesting because I thought from the perspective of Persona 3 got that right, where it was like when an enemy was too low level, it would
Right,
just
they
run
just
from you.
Yeah.
It felt like some of those things were like, oh, I saw them implementing that in Persona 3.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think this is like I think they're talking a lot about pacing type of thing, which is like, I think sometimes that is one thing that people don't love about Persona games, which I think you and I feel like the complete opposite of. Like, I feel like the pacing's great, but I think this will feel kind of like Elden Ring in a way of like, Elden Ring was like a culmination of like everything that From Software has done, and also it is arguably one of their most accessible games in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things that like made it easier for like a new person to hop in. Wait, this is awesome. I love this sports stuff.
Yeah, this is crazy. There's like so many of these guys back here.
Like in Elden Ring, having like the being able to do like the spirit summons and all that. And so I feel like that's almost kind of like a thing in this one where it's like, oh, like you can just like real time fight all these little enemies type of thing instead of like having to fight them and stuff like that, which I think is cool. I think the thing I'm most excited about was that it's like this sort of like, I love that it still has like a calendar or date system, and I think that's really cool. Like I'm like just kind of setting like a Persona game in like an open world in a way is like such an interesting idea of like, because now it's like, oh, now you have to really think about the travel aspect of it, of like, oh, I have to be at this place by this date to like complete this quest for my campaign type of thing, for my political campaign.
And I also loved how they were like, when you do fast travel, you're not actually fast traveling. You're gonna be in the train waiting for yourself to arrive there, and you can do stuff in the train. I thought that was like so cool. I love how he's like, we really want it to feel like a journey. So when you're fast traveling, you're not really fast. Like I love how he was describing their thought process through everything, like all their decisions.
Yeah.
It felt really cool.
Yeah.
To sort of hear his perspective on things.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, I'm super pumped for it. Are any other big games coming out in the fall?
I mean, yeah, the Assassin's Creed Red and the Star Wars Ubisoft game.
Nice.
That's where it's like, this is such a weird year, dude.
Yeah.
We don't have anything from Nintendo. We don't have anything from Microsoft. Well, we have Indiana Jones. That's the other big one.
Yeah.
We have nothing from Sony.
Yeah, I'm looking up
Nothing from Capcom.
Game
nothing from
Informer's
EA.
Has like a
It's
nice
just
little
like the
calendar.
fall is so dead. I mean, I'm saying Assassin's Creed Red. It hasn't even been announced yet.
Yeah.
So, otherwise, it's literally Star Wars Outlaws, Metaphor ReFantazio, I don't know, Space Marines 2, Indiana Jones. It's just like not big games are coming out this year. It's very weird.
Star Wars Outlaws is August. Stalker 2. I'll definitely play that. That's September. Space Marines for us. Mostly think about what's it called? Single player games. Yeah, I mean, October's pretty clear. That's great. 'Cause, yeah, I was mostly thinking about it from the perspective of like, is there anything else coming out in October so that I could just sink as much time into Metaphor as possible?
Yeah, I mean, that's just like when you look at the publishers, Nintendo, no. Sony, no. Xbox is Indiana Jones. Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed and Star Wars. EA, no. Capcom, no. So, yeah, it just feels super duper open right now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, so we have to defend the hollowed ground.
Oh, that's cool. I was gonna say this feels like a.
We have to do this for 4 minutes. We have to make sure its HP doesn't go low.
All right, sick.
So this is a defend mission. We only have one defend mission available. This is it.
This is cool. I mean, the start of this felt very like a like a single player mission. Actually, it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Go give 'em a big welcome.
That's kind of cool because like the characters make a big difference in this. Like you can like put out these little flowers.
Yeah, I make like a lot of sense for this mission because my roses can be like very centralized.
Yeah.
There's a guy behind us. Don't touch our crystal.
Nice.
If they want to fight, they've got one.
Dragon, dude, I swear to God.
What is it?
Why do JRPGs insist on having like intentionally annoying characters? Oh, watch out above us. There's a spellcaster up.
Oh yeah, I see that. Okay.
Taking him out.
You got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Grant and I are up here. Our crystal.
Looks like we got a second to catch our breath before things heat up again.
This is cool. I like this.
They just keep coming, but we'll show them who's boss.
I'm gonna get that guy up top.
Nice, yeah.
There's another wizard I'm gonna go grab.
Nice. There's a archer in the back and grab him.
Fight harder.
Yeah, from a co-op perspective, the calendar is super weird. I mean, the next big game coming out for us is Warhammer Space Marines 2, right? I mean, other than like, I guess you got like Raven Watch and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've got Raven's Watch, V Rising. Although we already played it. I mean, if we hadn't played V Rising, that would be a huge one.
That would be,
for us.
yeah, that definitely would be the big one. Yeah.
I think we have an ID at Xbox, and I think we're probably going to get release dates for games that we care about, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine that we get a release date for Immortals of Avium, which is super exciting. I imagine we get potential news on Towerborn, which is exciting.
You said Immortals of Avium. You mean 33 Immortals, right? Everyone's
Yeah,
like
same.
Immortals of Avium.
Yeah, I don't know how did that come out of nowhere, dude?
Immortals.
What a random game to be like, yeah, you know.
You got the Immortals in it. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
but yeah, and Towerborn too. That's Xbox,
Yeah.
so I'm thinking we'd probably hear about that. So we have some potential big release dates coming out of that idea at Xbox. So I'm pretty excited
Yeah.
for it.
From what I played,
I'd be shocked if we didn't get a release date of 33 Immortals during
yeah,
that.
I agree.
Especially with the beta this
Yeah.
May.
No, for sure. I'm kind of feeling that what's it called, that Towerborn game is further off. From what I played of that one playtest, which was like only like a couple months ago, it was super rough. I don't know if they were just maybe showing only like a specific slice of the game, but like yeah, it just was not like there. Nice, I got mine.
Nice, get that super in there, bro.
That's right, bro. Yeah, but I'm curious about that game. Like, I at least from what I saw of that playtest, I just didn't feel like it was really there. I'm wondering if it even just comes out on like early access or something. But maybe it's not. Maybe
I'd be surprised if we didn't hear anything about it though.
No,
'cause it
yeah,
has
we'll
been a
definitely hear
while.
something about it and with you there, 100%. It's a very idea that's possible. I think the thing did call out Immortals, 33 Immortals specifically, so I think we'll definitely hear about those games.
I really hope that we get I feel like there is an indie game that I'm missing that was just announced for this summer that we would be pumped for, but I can't think of what it is. I have to look at our
Marvelous performance.
Yeah, let me see.
look at the monthly for this month. There was a lot that happened this month for
Yeah, I
Call of
agree.
games, I feel like. And we don't even have we still have the idea at Xbox.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, there was a TMNT game that got a July release date. That was kind of
Oh
cool.
yeah, that one looked interesting.
Yeah.
It didn't just look like a phoned in thing either.
Yeah. And then there's War Tales, Remnant 2 DLC. That was cool. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there was a Never Alone. No, but all those were like announced. I don't know if they had dates actually. Can't remember. See if we added anything to our content.
Surmount coming up.
Yeah, Surmount. That'll be a fun one. I'm actually pretty stoked for that myself. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong pipeline.
We got new gameplay out of Windblow, and I was pumped about that.
Yeah, that was cool. Where's 2024 pipeline? There it is. Yeah, I mean, Elden Ring DLC obviously would be super dope. But yeah, I mean, other games that got release windows. I actually did sign up for the beta of the Mecha Break game. I mean, that's like a more niche title just because I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep my mecha obsession alive. But Core Keeper 1.0, haven't heard anything about that. Earth's Defense Force, I know we had that, a couple things on that. Hyper Light Breaker, but that's going to be in early access. Little Nightmares 3, no date on that yet. And I feel like that will definitely get this year, and that'll be really fun. I think, at least. Raven's Watch, Towerborn. But yeah, I mean, other than that, some of the other ones are like here and there. No dates on Paladins. That'd be fun to get a date on that. Probably not going to hear about Light No Fire this year. Couple little indies like Odin Fall. We did get Rotwood early access, which is cool. Very good game from what I played on that little preview. Yeah, it's a weird year, but hey, we're gonna make the most of it, man. But honestly, there's still time for some surprises. You know what I mean? So
Looking into action roguelite genre, any beginner recommendations? From a single player perspective, I feel like one of the better action roguelite is well, I guess roguelite actually. I was gonna say Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a little bit roguelite, but Dead Cells is definitely a good, easy recommendation to make. I mean, both of our favorite roguelites would be Hades. That's the obvious one. They're always gonna roguelites are always gonna be a little bit difficult. So it's hard to say like what's a good beginner one because they're just like are inherently difficult games.
Yeah. From a co-op perspective, I mean, there's Ship of Fools. That's a really good one.
Well, actually, Ship of Fools is a perfect beginner roguelite.
Yeah.
For sure. What's up, Doggo? Yeah, that's a great suggestion because that one's not as difficult as other ones.
No,
We've played
for
a
sure.
lot of roguelites over the years. I mean, some of our favorites were like Risk of Rain 2 was really fun. Spelunky 2 was really fun.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely we've played a lot over the years.
Wizard with a Gun? That's not a roguelite, right? No.
No, that
Endless
wasn't a
Dungeon.
Oh no, Wizard with a Gun was sort
Kinda.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it
was a
had
pretty chill
rogue
game.
elements to it. I would say it had rogue elements to it.
Yeah.
For
That was
sure.
a chill game, and it's actually pretty. I'd say that's actually pretty like beginner.
Endless Dungeon.
Endless
That was a
Dungeon.
good one.
That was a good game. That could be hard though. we definitely got our butts handed to us in that
Yeah,
game.
you could put that one on easy though.
That's true. Already.
Ember Knights, you loved Ember Knights.
Yeah, Ember Knights is great. I'd actually say that was like a good balance, especially with like.
Ooh, Patch Quest was a fun one.
Oh yeah, Patch Quest. You writing these down, Arshk?
Sorry, that was a lot all once. Luckily, this is a media where you can rewatch things.
That's right. Yeah, you can come back and put this on like -2 speed. Patch Quest. Simple Fools.
Simple Fool is a great
Yeah.
beginner co-op roguelite though.
Yeah, 100%. That's the recommendation right there. If you didn't write anything else down, Triple Fools is it.
Catch our breath before things heat up again.
Come, Crimson
I'm
Gold.
not liking the look of this, but don't let it intimidate you.
A blue for Ennis.
Ooh, let's go. This girl's moveset is so cool. It's just so much fun.
I'm just excited because it's like, man, I've played 2 characters and I really like both their movesets.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
For sure. The other guy I really wanted to unlock was Lancelot. That guy looked really cool.
Yeah, is he the double sword guy?
Yeah.
Liking the look
Yeah,
of
it wasn't the character you're playing as wasn't the one that Life suggested. It was there's another like little girl character.
Yeah, I think there's
Terrible
like
way to
4.
describe her, but I don't know how to
There's like
describe
4
her.
little girl characters. Oh,
He
God.
goes. Arch case goes. Wrote Ship of Fools down. LOL.
Nice. That's good. Well, maybe
it was
that's
another one
a
that was
potential
Wizard.
list video sometime. Is best co-op roguelites.
Yeah, honestly, we've clearly played enough to make a list video out of it.
Yeah. We've also played some bad roguelites. So.
What are some of the bad ones we played? I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I guess I was thinking of like Salt and Sacrifice. That was like but no, that kind of had.
I don't think that was. I don't think that
Yeah,
had any
that's-
rogue elements to it.
No, I think you're right.
I think it was procedurally generated, but like in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't procedurally generated.
It'd be funny to make a worst co-op games we've played list. We're pretty
Oh,
optimistic
you know what?
in this channel.
One of our favorite roguelites was Tribes of Midgard, but that one is not a beginner's one. That's a
not-
tough game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that has like crazy learning curve and a lot going on. That would be honestly like, you know how some YouTubers are like, I'm only playing this game and that's it, and like I'm a Destiny YouTuber, or I'm a what's it called, the Division YouTuber type of thing. If, in another life, I would have been a Tribes of Midgard YouTuber, dead ass.
I can
Like,
totally see it, dude. 100%.
I'd be like, "Yo, what's up, fam? So the new water update just dropped, and I'm gonna show you how to build the best ship for your Vikings. Let's go."
Let's go. And then you like do the twist and like your logo twists on screen.
So stupid.
You have like a little like Viking like sound drop that happens when
Yeah.
it goes. It's just like a Viking horn.
So true, dude. Oh my god.
Be assured, you have my unflinching mind.
I commented on someone's video the other day that I watched, and it was a negative comment. So I don't
Oh,
comment
no, what
often,
happened?
but like, I was just like, man, come on. Well, so I'm trying to watch some Dragon's Dogma 2 lore videos, okay? And so the first video that I look up, I look up Dragon's Dogma 2 story explained, right? And I'm like, okay, I just want you to take me through the whole story, and let's do a, like give me the lowdown, give me the lore, tell me what I've missed from the first game, how it all makes sense, So I sit through this like 12-minute video, and I realized by the end of it, the guy has just summarized the video, the game. Hasn't given me any lore, has just like read out of the Wikipedia page, literally. And I'm just like, dude, what the heck? This sucks. And honestly, it's bad on him because I had 4 of his videos queued up because he had a lot of stuff done. And I commented and I was like, hey man, I was looking for a story explained video, not a story summarized video.
What was the video called?
It was called Story Explained. Like it was like the Dragon's Dogma 2 story explained, and it was
when you do a story explained, I expect you to not just recap it. I expect you to be like, here's some details that like you might not have understood or whatever.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah. Whoa, what are these things? Well, I think these are special.
They're like, you can find these in the levels, and they're like in Final Fantasy, the cactuses that run away from you, where if you can kill them, you get a lot out of it.
Well, let's kill them, dude.
Let's kill these little boys.
Where'd they go? There, we got them.
I think we got both of them.
Okay, nice.
Arsh K goes, please try out RoboQuest. Arsh K,
You have no
we
idea.
implore you, go to our Patreon, spend $5 and become one of the bros, and you can vote on that to happen because we want it to happen too.
Yep.
But we don't have control over it. It's up to the
we haven't
Patreon members to determine it.
Yeah, we haven't posted our list. I meant to do it the other day. I forgot.
Well, spoiler alert then. We're about to do our post for our essential, like our backlog game, and RoboQuest is going to be one of the ones on there. And also, spoiler alert, it might be the one that we want it to happen the most.
That's true.
But we don't have control over it.
Yeah, see, the people have the power. But yeah. Back to my Dragon's. My thing is, he called it a story explain video, and he's clearly like a lore channel. Like he's like a lore channel, and I'm like, dude, this sucked. And so I said it nicely, every once in a while, if I watch a bad video or something, or I just kind of give people like a little bit of like friendly advice from like a fellow YouTuber,
Yeah.
So yeah, disappointed. But yeah, we really want to play RoboQuest.
Criticism.
Yeah, it's constructive. Yeah, we do really want to play RoboQuest actually, and I mean, there's a chance that if it's not voted for a backlog game, we still play it.
Yeah, of course.
Sometime.
That would be the way to like, oh, you want us to play in the next few months? We're playing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I really do want to.
Yeah, I really wanted to. We were talking about this the other day. I was just like, I've been kind of craving like a first-person game. Yeah, one of our other games we were thinking about for the list was GTFO. I don't think we put it on the list, or maybe we did. I can't remember. Regardless, we were thinking of playing that game, but it was that game's like super intense. But I've been like kind of just hankering for like a first-person shooter. Like I haven't played a first-person shooter in a minute. That wasn't like the finals, obviously. Which the finals, man, did you see the new season that dropped? I mean, I think it dropped like a couple weeks ago now. But it was really cool. I was actually kind of impressed by it. I didn't play it, but I'd like to. Essentially, it's like the game show of like the finals in the game, right? Got like hacked by like a hacker group. And so
that's
then,
cool.
Yeah, so then all the stuff in the game is like a little different. It's like all like now like the branding is all sort of like the brand of like the hacker group, and then like all the abilities have to do with like hacks and stuff. Like every class gets like one ability, and they all have to do with like hacks, and some of them are really cool. I gotta do it. I was about to do my special move.
Dang, dude, and we needed to kill one more goblin soldier, and he was right there getting wrecked.
Dang it, I was like literally pressing the sticks. That sucked. But yeah, one of the abilities I remember was that like you can like hack some walls and like delete a wall from the map type of thing and stuff like that. It was
That's
like
crazy.
Yeah, it was really, really cool actually. That was a fun game. I want to try to get back into it. The other day when
playing Helldivers 2 for a session the other day was just like, oh man, this game's so good. I just was immediately back in it.
Yeah, I want to get back into it too actually.
It's a very easy game to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna go in and play a round of it.
For sure. The other day, when we were talking about Spell Break, I was like, oh man, I love Spell Break, honestly.
Yeah.
It was just like, I think it was like the battle royale that really like clicked with me, you know. I really would love to play like a battle royale with the boys again. Like, it's just so much fun.
Oh, I got 2 more survival quests, which is what we just did.
Nice.
Got an
I like
order.
those. Those are fun.
Want your weapons tempered? I'll unlock its hidden potential. Come back sometime.
All right, let's get it.
I'm ready at any time. Be assured, you have my unflinching might.
Yeah, it is funny how many people have commented RoboQuest on our latest like PC video too.
Yeah, people really like it, and it is cool. It's a good. Is it in early access still, RHK? I thought for sure it came out into 1.0.
No, I think it did come out in 1.0. Yeah, look it up real quick.
Yeah, I think it came out in 1.0. It was at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Here we go. Firing.
Yeah, it came out on 1.0 at the end of last year, right?
Only because you had my back.
Okay. Let's get this.
Now we're cooking.
Take 'em. Stay alert, folks.
Let's get going.
I'll brave any danger.
Fire in the hole.
I am really interested to see like what the end game looks like in this game, honestly. The co-op and like I think like just the experience of this and also just kind of maybe learning a little bit of stuff from you has definitely made it like a little bit nicer of experience for me. I do kind of feel like I think maybe I'll keep playing it in between, like, you know, playing like Soul
Yeah, I mean, the
King
good
and
news
stuff.
is it's super short.
Yeah, exactly. Like I kind of want to see like what is the end game and stuff like that, and like how challenging can it really get and stuff. Definitely kind of piqued my interest more.
I do think that I'm probably gonna beat the campaign in like a 10 total hours. Now I'm not gonna
yeah,
know
for
for
sure.
sure because I've been playing with you now, so my game clock will be off. But I've
But you
played
just
7
don't need how
hours
many
and I've
hours we
gotten
played
through.
tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Care to join me?
But yeah, I do think it's probably like at most like 12-hour campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't do any side quests. Like the Effectual Life guy was like, don't go out of your way to do side quests. You'll probably naturally finish them, and they're just not worth it. He's just like, get through the campaign and then start the end game. You know.
Cool. Yeah.
We're more like
Yeah, that's what I hadn't really
lazy
done. I hadn't done any side quests up until this point too. I think the
Show 'em.
Now steer us to triumph.
the chapters have a nice pacing to them. They're all kind of like nice and short sort of things. We haven't
Yeah, they don't
triggered
feel
a-
super long. I mean, they're pretty much all an hour.
Yeah. We haven't triggered a slow time, dude. How do we trigger a slow time?
We have to get to 100% link, which we are very close to getting right now.
Okay, that's
my my hero. Take my form.
Boy, better act quick before they run. Trust in me.
A bloom for
Lightning flame.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Secure shot. Hard.
Let's go. Link attack.
Ancients. Oh man, I don't have mine ready. Everybody else has theirs.
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna screw it up. That's cool. I see the chain chance. That's pretty cool.
We'll get a 3-up.
I use mine early.
We'll still get a 3-up, I think.
No, I think you have to have all 4. Yeah.
No,
Oh
we
no,
got-
you do.
Yep, we
I've
got
never
3
seen that
first.
before. That's cool.
We make a perfect team.
Still got it.
I am a warrior.
Now's our chance.
You insist.
Here we go. We're in
Oh,
slow mo
let's
mode.
go.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Happens to be no enemies right now.
Oh,
They're
no.
in the middle of spawning. Spawn! Dang it! Spawn already!
Oh my god, that's so funny.
You got this.
So what's been the variety so far? We've gotten bosses, we've gotten hordes, we've gotten survival.
We've done all of them. We're right now we're on survival.
Yeah, so those are the 4 types of quests we've done, right?
There's 5. There's 5.
Hordes, survival, bosses.
The conquest was where you went from horde to horde.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Conquest, yeah.
Beautiful, Arthur.
Still enemies left. You can take them.
The Archgate says co-op game scene this generation has been so generous, especially the last 2 years. Yeah, I totally agree with that. The last 2 years we were really full on co-op games, honestly. I mean, yeah, the past 2 years we were like, our video output was like insane, and that's just honestly because
it was like we just were like wanted to keep up with as many as we could, and they just kept coming. Where this year it's like we still have that mindset, but we haven't really had to work too hard for it because they just haven't been as crazy.
Yeah.
You are
Let's go. That was cool.
I knew I could rely on you. Do, 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 do.
Hell yeah.
That was a battle for the ages.
So close to that S++.
Oh yeah. Oh, throwing objects. I was throwing some objects, but I don't think I defeated that many.
Alright, last one.
This is our last quest?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
awesome.
we had boss, conquest, defend, horde, survival. Don't know what the difference between horde and survival is really.
Yeah.
I guess horde there wasn't a timer to it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
All right, last one.
I'm ready to go at any time.
All preparations are in.
Now we're definitely gonna cruise through the rest of the campaign because we're gonna be way over leveled for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, yeah, I literally went from 12 to I'm at 26.
You're
right now.
25 right now.
Yeah,
You're
25.
25.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
really
that
nice.
crazy? I'm at 31. You were like caught up to me. I guess the
Yeah,
curve of it.
totally.
Let us move.
Oh, nice desert.
Bring in the whole circus, huh?
Yeah, I think there is kind of like a nice sort of like, oh, this is kind of like a chill sort of let's do a couple missions sort of thing, kind of level up our characters. It's definitely one part of. Oh, they're weak to my light magic. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. Convenient.
Coming for us. You ready?
You ready?
Protect your flock.
Fall with the blossom.
Yeah, the other half of this will be, you know, where do we really see that sort of like challenge / strategy sort of thing.
You want
The feed post is thrown out just bro, so if you see them, I just got one.
Nice.
Could probably get all 3 in my next one if I get a.
You get them from those little earth elementals. They drop
Yeah.
them. The thrown objects.
This guy looks
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, we got a snake.
better watch out. No escape. Never felt better.
no take them down. The lady gloves are on. Thank you, Charlotta.
Only doing my
Thank you, Charlotta. Oh, dude, that was your character to me. What? That's so cool. And now we know how to say Charlotta. It really is Charlotta, even though it sounds so wrong.
Now we know. Give us all your money.
Oh wait, the elemental tree here. Wait, I'm gonna save it for when we have a big next wave. Alright, here we go. Oh shoot, this bird was just like killing me. Where'd the air meant to go? Here we go. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go, got it.
Oh, you did it. Nice, dude.
That was awesome.
We have to defeat 7 cobras? Well, that's not happening.
Yeah, where are the cobras at?
Defeated 1 so far, man.
This guy looks
Here's a second one. Oh, it's 2 of them.
Oh, here we go.
I'll hold off on my burst to get a full burst.
Yeah.
You want more, don't
under my protection.
Here, let me go to the one you got.
Topple them.
First and down together.
I almost finished it.
Thank you, dear.
Okay, that's fun.
Thank you.
What would I do? I am a wellspring of pure looking good so far.
1 minute left.
This is one of the desert ones, which means it's higher level.
That makes sense, yeah.
I mean, I just beat the desert level myself.
Okay, I have my birth.
I'm gonna do it. 'Cause I want to get these things.
Do it.
Burst it up, bro.
Wait, enemies. Enemies.
Oh no! What terrible timing. I screwed that up.
We got cobras. We got
Well,
cobras.
go ahead and do your thing now.
Okay,
Beautiful, aren't they?
nice. Three up, people. Get it.
Or at least go. We got 2 of the 3.
Nice.
Better already.
We're gonna S.
Take my form.
Uh-oh.
Come up, sneakies.
Ooh, nice.
You better watch out.
You want more?
We're in the home stretch now. Pick it up. Take your time.
Nice.
We did pretty good. We only defeated 50 on the dot.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, that was one of the higher ones we did because it
Yeah.
was the desert.
You were awesome out there. No escape. Not you.
I'm so poisoned.
Make it stop.
Here. Victory is assured.
Are you watching the Rosette, whatever her name is, cutscenes afterwards?
No, I'm watching mine.
Okay. She every time she does the same like bend over, and then this one she goes, and just where are you looking? And it's like,
Oh my
okay,
god. I'm dead.
what are we doing here?
What are we doing, guys?
Oh, we did them all.
Dang, let's go. I really like that aspect of it that like I could do the missions that you've got unlocked. That's really nice, actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was one of the big things about Rise of Ronin. That it was like, oh, you have to have both done the missions before you can do it together, which makes sense from like a spoilers point of view. But these like aren't spoiler missions, so I'm glad that they didn't add that in there for like no real reason. You know,
I have a make our sky safe again mission. Defeat horned birds and wyverns that we hadn't cleared. What is that? Guard
I
or
thought we-
hunt, and then I have, yeah, that's the only one that I have on my list that we haven't done. I don't know why I have that.
and all the other ones are done.
Yeah, all the other ones are cleared. I have a make our sky safe again.
That's interesting. Let me see if I have it. Maybe I unlocked it. Yeah, I do have an exclamation point. Maybe I unlocked it after doing another one, like they kind of like chain.
Maybe.
Yeah, I have a horde one. Mine is Dagger Really Done It. Dagger Really Done did it.
Weird.
And I have make our guy safe again too, so we must have unlocked it.
Really weird. Cue it up.
Have a nice day. All preparations are in order.
I'm ready to go at any time.
together, you and I shall be a
I meant to show you this actually. I forgot to mention this, but on Twitter, the guy behind It Takes Two has been making some noise about a potential reveal sometime soon.
Ooh, damn,
Yeah.
dude. Just talk about 2025 popping off, bro.
Yeah.
I really do think 2025 already is going to be something special, but there's still a lot of games that are like very clearly not going to hit this year, but could definitely hit in 2025.
Yeah.
one of the ether cannons on
I know one thing. I need Sony to announce Ghost of Tsushima
Oh, hey, we could
2.
use the ether cannon. That's cool.
Oh, that's super cool actually.
I did not expect this.
Oh, this is cool. Yeah, because there's multiple. Yeah, and I can use mine over here, dude. And then we have to like switch sides. Wait, this is dope.
I'll stay over here on this side.
Okay.
It's like Galaga. They're even kind of flying in like Galaga formations.
Yeah.
It literally is like Galaga. They're like crossing the streams and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're on the ship, bro. Now they're on the
Yeah,
ship.
yeah, I see him. Yeah, I'm like super interested on like what Haze Light can do to follow up It Takes Two. Like,
I
that's
know.
such a crazy
How do you follow that
proposition.
up?
I do kind of get the sense that their next game will be like a little more serious.
Uh-huh.
I feel like you have to. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't, but like it feels like you probably differentiate the tone of it. Like you probably do maybe a little bit more serious something. I don't know.
Can we take 5?
I still want them to do something that's like somewhat fictional. I don't know if I. I think A Way Out was cool for sure, but I think I'd love for them to do something like fantasy-esque. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of dope. My cannon's recharging.
Me too.
That You remember off the top of your head when No Rest of the Wicked said on their roadmap that they get co-op, or they didn't? Did they even mention?
They didn't say.
Yeah.
They just said it was coming later.
Man, that's such a bummer, man. If we could play co-op on that game, I don't care that I don't know. I don't care if it had like 1 or 2 chapters. 100%.
Yeah, man, would mean nothing, dude. We'd be playing that right now as we
Yeah.
speak.
It's so cool. This is cool.
Yeah, this is crazy. I did not expect this.
Cannon recharging. Get him. One left.
Dude, we got this is a big horde.
Back on my cannon. I made it on the ship.
I'm not liking the look of this.
Oh, dude, I got my charge shot. Charge shot is cool. Get out of here, wyverns.
Nice.
Wyvern
How
wannabes.
many of them are there? Don't let them swarm you.
Get these level 12 wyvern wannabes out of here, dude.
That's losers, dude. Embarrassing.
Embarrassing. You know, I gave X-Men 97 a try.
Oh yeah, dude, that's so funny. I've been having the same experience where I'm like, I really want to watch that. I watched the whole like 40-minute like catch up for the series from the 90s.
Oh, really? Send me that. I need to keep. I I didn't get past the first episode yet. We were just kind of like randomly like, oh, we should put this on like late at night sort of thing. It was cool. It was not exactly what I expected though, but I think I want to kind of watch it, kind of see it through a little bit more. It seemed like more. I thought it was gonna have more of a mature tone, and maybe it does. But like at the start, it didn't feel that way, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But it just the thing I love about X-Men is that sort of like mature sort of drama sometimes of it. So I'm curious if that's like part of it, or if it is just more about like just some like really sick action scenes. But yeah, I want to give it a shot. Everyone was talking about this like 5th episode like it was like amazing. So
that's what got me into it too, where I heard that and I was like, well, I mean that like computer generation art style looks so cool
for sure.
Dang, we did not do so good on this one apparently.
I know that was.
Didn't even get S rank.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to clear that within 3 minutes?
Yeah, that's crazy.
How is that possible?
You're literally gated by the freaking cannons. What are they talking about?
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, one more actually, because we just unlocked one.
All right, let's get it. Speaking of X-Men, did you watch the?
I haven't yet.
Dude, it was so good. The Wolverine Deadpool trailer.
Yeah, I'm pumped for
so
it.
good. It was crazy. I was watching. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. That this is insane.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy to think about. It's like it's coming at the perfect time where it has been like finally a lull in Marvel stuff. To where I'm like, okay, you got something special here. I'm ready to come back for it. This isn't like, I don't know, Doctor Strange 3.
Yeah.
I don't need that right now.
Literally. It's interesting because like the TVA is like part of it, and I'm in kind of like I'm in a little TVA out. I'm like, guys, the TVA doesn't need to be part of every storyline right now. But I think it's gonna be amazing regardless. It's just like a funny quirk of the trailer I noticed.
Back at you, Charlotta.
That cat too, Charlotta.
Can we take 5?
I'm thinking of a cocktail that sounds like Charlotta, but it's not.
Cocktail that sounds like Charlotta. I can't think of one.
A Michelada, maybe? No.
Pina colada?
Pina
You
colada.
think pina colada?
Yeah, maybe a pina colada.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it.
Yeah. Charlotta loves a good pina colada.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
I mean, she's like 12, but
He's also what I have described already tonight as one of the little girl characters.
the anime staple.
Yeah. This game, that's the thing about this game. It is just chock full of every anime fantasy staple of all time.
Dang, these guys are annoying.
Yeah, they keep interrupting me. You have the same problem.
Yeah. And they keep like dashing back. They're reminding me a little bit of the wolves of Dragon's Dogma 2. Arguably one of the most annoying characters.
Did you ever have it happen to you where a wolf pulled you away from your party?
Dude, yes. It's so
Happened to me
annoying.
once, and I was like, "What the heck is happening?" Because it never happened to me
literally the
before. I was like,
worst.
"What is happening?"
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times. Thankfully, not a lot. But yeah. Oh yeah, let me tell you about the couple clips I was gonna send you. So the first clip was, I think I did tell you about this one. Yeah, it was the harpy. No, I didn't tell you about this. So in Batal, when you're like, do you ever use the Batal things that are like the fairy system? That like they're like these like
Did the damn thing, didn't we?
Thanks.
I'm trying to think of the word. Like if you're ever in Colorado and you go skiing and you get on, they're like a lift, like a ski lift.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did the lift.
Yeah. So I was on the lift and I'm going to this part of the map, and I'm gonna throw something. Yeah. And I'm literally on the lift, dude, and no joke, this freaking griffin comes out of nowhere and attacks me on the lift, destroys the lift in the process, and I just plummet to my desk like full team wipe.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
And
gosh.
I was like so pissed. I was like, what the hell? So then, I just reload the game again. And then I was like, okay, let me just try this again. And then I just see the griffin out in the distance, and he's just circling. He's just circling the nearby area. And I'm like,
He
dude.
just wants it so bad. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to wreck this man's day.
I was like, this is so... And he would not leave. And so at some point, he finally comes down to the ground to just, like, munch on, like, a big, like, buffalo or some shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna go, like, literally kill this griffin because I know that I can. And then just be rid of this thing. And I did. And I just, like, jumped down and just, like, completely hate murdered this griffin. Oh, my God. It's so ridiculous.
I every time I got on that thing, I was just like, when is this griffin gonna kill me? I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
It's ridiculous. So that was one of the clips I was gonna send you, is of the griffin killing me. The other clip, oh, I'm like full of sand. What the heck? Whoa! Oh my God, I'm getting wrecked. Nice. The other clip I was gonna send you was super funny, actually. I'm gonna still try to find a way to send you some movie. But it was in the ancient battlegrounds, and there's this like door that I thought I could go through because it's like on the map, and I'm like, oh, I can take a shortcut through the ancient battlegrounds and then get to this cave. And sure enough, I get there, and it's like, oh my God, this one door that I need is locked from the other side. And I'm like, oh, I'm so annoyed right now. And I'm like, I came all this way, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna figure out a way to get on the other side of this door. So I found a way where it's like on the left, there's like these little rocks, and I just kind of like jankily jump on top of them. And then I found a way to, oh, let's go.
I'm gonna pull it off.
Yeah, I think we're gonna pull it off. Let's go. Let's
Oh,
go. Here it is, everybody.
See, yeah. Whoever's still on the stream, congratulations. You made it. You get to see the full burst.
Hell yeah. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Now that's teamwork.
So I get on these rocks on the left of the door, and then I call one of my pawns over to me, and this took multiple tries, but at some point I finally got my pawn on top of this rock, and then I grab my pawn and I shuck them over the door so that they can open it from the other side. And it
Oh
worked.
my gosh, that's
It
amazing.
worked.
That's amazing, dude.
It was actually so
That's
sick.
hilarious.
I was like, this
The
is...
poor Palm was like, what did I do?
And it took me a couple tries to even just shuck them, actually. But once it worked, I was like, yes. And then there was a worry that the pawn wasn't gonna open the door because he was kind of like stuck at the top of the door. And then I was like, no, you idiot, just drop to the door and open it. And then finally he did, and I was like, all right, thank God. I was like, your master's you're being sent home with a nice piece of loot.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It wasn't that mission with the giant just like the weirdest ever? I just couldn't get over
It was
how
so
weird the setup for that
fucking
mission
weird.
was. Oh my gosh, dude.
Another weird part about that, and you'll notice a little bit of this towards the end of the game too, is that like the game kept doing this weird thing where it's like you're like playing and walking along, and then be like, meanwhile.
Yes, yeah. It started to do that for me too, and it's like, wait, what?
What are we
Why
doing?
is that happening?
This is such a dumb way to tell this story. Like, what?
Is it? Don't you just feel like Dragon's Dogma 2? They had to have gotten 80% of the way through, and they're like, "Well, it'd be really good to hit this, this February or whatever it was, March, window," and they were like, "Yeah, we'll do that. Let's cut it off right here and start polishing." And it's just like, no, why? There is so much that still needed to be done in this game.
Yeah, no, I
It's
totally
so
agree.
weird,
Dude. I
man.
totally agree.
I think I feel like they got to the 80% and they saw that window and they were like, let's just stop right here. Like let's start the polishing process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally agree.
So odd.
Yeah, I finally filled out my 2024 ranked list, which is probably pretty identical to yours. So obviously Persona 3 number 1, Helldivers 2 number 2.
Although you probably have Enshrouded higher than I have. I haven't done my GG in a minute, so I gotta get on there and do Enshrouded.
I mean,
already.
Sons of the Forest, Outlast, and Enshrouded are all 8s. And maybe put Enshrouded over Outlast, but I do think, I don't know. I guess I didn't really think about it in that sense, but they're all kind of close. I maybe give it to Sons of the Forest and Outlast just because they're a little more feature complete. Even though I did really enjoy Enshrouded. I put Outlast Sons of the Forest is number 3 right now. I probably would stick Sons of the Forest as number 3. Because I think to me there was like pretty little frustrations in that game. Like I don't feel like there was ever really times where we were like I was like, oh, there's like this sort of frustrating point of it.
No, you gotta remember when we were playing that game at the early access launch, we were like really wowed by it.
Oh yeah,
you know,
100%. I mean, even when we came back to it, I was having a really good time. Outlast Trials, and then Enshrouded. Outlast Trials and Enshrouded could be flopped, and then Dragon's Dogma 2, I should say, which is crazy to think about. Crazy to think that I'm putting Dragon's Dogma 2 after Sons of the Forest, Outlast Trials, and Enshrouded. That feels whack.
I know, that is crazy.
That's
right now,
whack,
I haven't added Enshrouded yet, and then I'll have to add Dragon's Dogma 2. But yeah, mine is the same. Persona 3, Helldivers, Sons of the Forest, Outlast Trials, and then it'll be between Enshrouded or Dragon's Dogma 2 for that last spot, which is just, it's... How in the world are Enshrouded and Dragon's Dogma 2 at competition?
It's crazy.
In your case, like, Enshrouded like clearly beat Dragon's Dogma 2. That is just wild, bro. Just wild.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think Dragon's Dogma 2 genuinely, like, I mean, a game full of some pretty big highs, but some pretty big lows. I mean, there was times where, like, I genuinely was like, I'm going to pull my hair out. This game is so frustrating right now. Like, I cannot believe it. Just, like, crazy jank, crazy design, baffling choices, just like but yeah, I think overall the big crux of that game is definitely that, like, the first 10 or 20 hours of it, like I'd say maybe the first like 15 to 20 hours of it were so good. Like I was like loving it, but I played 70 hours of this game, and it's just like it couldn't keep it up. It just can't keep it up, you know. Just wild. So crazy game. But yeah, Granblue
Fantasy Relink, everybody.
That's right.
Here it is.
We got through a ton of stuff, so that was cool. I mean, I told Andrew before, you know, we were talking about this earlier, and I was sort of like, yeah, I don't know if I'm totally feeling the game, but maybe it comes down more to personal taste. And I kind of told him where I was like, I feel like the co-op will be somewhat of a deciding factor for me. I did feel like at the end of this that I was actually like, oh, like it's starting to click a little bit more, and I do kind of like. I think the co-op is actually like really fun, and there's like a nice aspect of it that's actually like kind of chill, but like you're just kind of chatting, going through missions. The mission variety I thought was really nice. Like I actually thought some of those missions were really fun. So yeah, cool game. I'm interested to see, you know, what the end game is like, whether I keep playing or, you know, you'll definitely be playing it. So
yeah, I'm very excited to eventually get to the end game to see like what is it really like.
Yeah, for sure.
Because pretty much everybody, we talked about this, but pretty much everybody who plays this game is like the end game is when the game really starts. Like obviously there's no story missions anymore, but that's just like where like the fun is really had. So I'm very interested to see like what does that really mean, that like the end game is where most of the fun is. So
yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's an interesting game. So be looking out for some potential content on Granblue Fantasy Relink, potentially
for sure.
A how-to or a review. And if you want that, if you're interested, if you're begging for some Granblue content, comment on this stream if you're watching it now or later, and let us know.
100%.
But yeah, I don't think we got any other announcements. We'll be working on the monthly soon. That'll be fun. Some really nice little news stories there that kind of popped up. We're working on our Enshrouded review, which is super exciting. Really, really cool game, and we have like some really interesting things to say about it. And then I'll be interested to see what else we do. I know then the deciding factor for our Nets game will be our Patreon producers get to pick our Nets backlog game, which may be the Nets game that we play actually. So if you want to be a decider in that, if you want your voice to be heard, check out our Patreon, specifically our $5 Wombo Combo tier that gives you voting rights on future games and future video subjects. And we're actually going to be reworking our Patreon in June after 6 months of doing it. We've got some really cool ideas for it. So if you want more co-op bros, that's the way to get in on the action. Take it from us.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Cool, dude. Yeah, fun game. Excited to see how it develops. But thank you to everyone who kept us company and tuned in. Madman Terry and Doggo and Arch K, who will be playing Ship of Fools, no doubt. They're excited for you. Let us know what you think in a future comment. Yeah, everyone else, catch you on the next stream. Peace.
Peace out, guys.